Hey Samford fans, welcome back to another episode of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. I'm John McAfoose and I'm joined today by Samford Volleyball head coach Keeler Chant. Coach, thanks for taking the time to be here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
A great start to conference play for you guys, a 3-1 mark entering the weekend. You swept a couple of home matches in your first weekend of SoCon play and then split a couple of hard-fought road matches this past weekend. What have you seen out of your team so far?
I've seen that this team's willing to work and sacrifice and then fight, and I think those are huge qualities that you want to bring out in your team. So we've been really thrilled with that.
Talk a little bit about the ETSU match this past weekend. I got to imagine that's kind of the front runner for match of the year in the SoCon right now. Really exciting to watch you guys battle back after dropping the first two sets. 5 sets, you win the match. 3 of those sets go to extra points. What's running through your mind in that match?
It was one of the craziest matches I've ever been a part of, but in a great way. You know, there was 2 really good teams in the conference and fighting for trying to see who's going to be the top dog. No pun intended. But no, I mean, I think the big thing is, you know, you want to see your team battle and realize that they can do these things and do it when we're not playing our best or when something's not going our way. And I think we showed that at ETSU. So that was a really exciting match to be a part of.
You kind of have a veteran-laden team this year, a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of leadership from your juniors and seniors, but you got a couple of freshmen that have made a big impact as well, Lauren and Brianna. What have you seen out of them?
They're good players, you know, but they have a lot to learn. So that's something we really talk a lot about. They have a lot of volley to learn and how we volley at Samford. But, you know, they're great people and they really have a great acumen for the game, but, you know, there's still a lot of learning going on for them. But overall, they're bringing the right juice, which is something we talk about.
And as far as the upperclassmen, what have you seen from them leadership-wise? Have you kind of seen some of those girls step into a larger leadership role this season?
For sure. I think your seniors, you're only going to go as far as your seniors take you. And I've been really proud of the overall development of them as young people and as volleyball players. So as long as we continue down that path, you know, the end will be the end, but the journey's been sweet. It's been a lot of fun.
A couple more home matches in conference play this weekend. You've got Mercer on Friday. You've got the Citadel on Saturday, both here at the Pete Hanna Center. What do you expect to see in those 2 matches?
Good volleyball. You know, I mean, I think that the Citadel is much improved. Mercer's, you know, revamping their squad right now, but you know, all those they're well coached, and the biggest thing is we have to make sure that we're taking care of us first, and if we can do that, you know, like we'll go. But you know, we know we're going to have to battle.
Coach, appreciate you being here today.
Great, thanks. Go Bulldogs.
That's Samford head volleyball coach Keeler Chant. Stay tuned. We've still got an interview with senior setter Taylor Anderton coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Sam Pritchard, and this is your Samford Sports Minute. Both the men and women's cross-country teams won their meet last weekend at the JSU Foothills Invitational. They're off this weekend, but are back in action next Friday in the UAB Blazer Classic. The volleyball team was back in action last weekend, splitting a pair of road matches. The Bulldogs won a thrilling match against ETSU, but a late rally came up just short against UNCG. They're back in action this weekend against Mercer on Friday and the Citadel on Saturday right here in the Pete Hanna Center. The soccer team continued its strong start to SoCon play with 2 road shutouts. They beat Furman on Friday 1-0 and Wofford on Sunday 2-0. They're back at home this weekend, facing off against ETSU on Friday and Western Carolina on Sunday. Friday's game will be the team's annual Shauna's House match. The football team lost to 4th-ranked Kennesaw State last weekend, 24-10. The Dogs will look to rebound this weekend as they return home to face off against Western Carolina at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. The women's golf team placed 9th in the Jacksonville Classic over the weekend and head to the Pinehurst Challenge next Monday and Tuesday. The men's golf team is back in action next week as well, taking part in the Jerry Pate Intercollegiate right here in Birmingham. Finally, women's tennis opened their fall season hosting the Samford Fall Round Robin, winning 3 singles flight championships and 2 doubles titles. They host a 2nd round robin this weekend. I'm Sam Pritchard, and this has been your Samford Sports Minute.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by senior setter Taylor Anderton. Taylor, thanks for being here. And I talked to your coach a little bit about the ETSU match from this past weekend. I kind of want to get a player's perspective on it as well. A wild match to watch back and forth. What's it like being a part of a match like that?
Yeah, that's a crazy match. I don't think in my 14 years of volleyball I've ever played that much volleyball in one sitting. To go that long with such a great team that is ETSU was super fun. It was just good to see the team gelling together even when things aren't going our way. And how we kind of combat that difficult play of volleyball and sustain for such a long time. Super proud of how the team handled it and fighting back. Like, we talk about being resilient all the time, and we really showed our resilience that match. So it was fun.
And you mentioned the team gelling. I kind of wanted to ask you about the team dynamic. Obviously, you've got a lot of veteran leaders, but you got a couple of freshmen in big roles too. And it seems like every night someone's kind of stepping up and having a career night, and you guys are having a lot of fun out there.
Oh, yeah, we're having tons of fun. We joke around and call each other sisters all the time, but it really is the case for this family that is Samford Volleyball. It's been awesome just from the start of the 3 freshmen coming in. They knew they were a part of this this big family that is Samford Volleyball and Samford Athletics. So it's been cool just to see their growth is the big thing. As a senior, and the other seniors can really attest to this, we want their lives to be as easy as possible, their transition into college volleyball. And I think that this team has done a really good job to help those 3 freshmen do so.
Talk a little bit about the season you're having statistically. You're one of the top setters in the nation right now, almost 750 assists coming into this weekend, ranked 5th in the nation. What does that mean to you? Is that something that you really even kind of pay attention to?
Yeah, honestly, not really. It's really, for me right now, being the senior, being at my last year, I want what's best for this team and to see them succeed and to really leave. My biggest goal is leaving my legacy here at Samford, and what that means to me is when I leave this place, I want to leave it in a better place than when I found it. So no, it's cool to say, but at the end of the day, my teammates have really helped me get where I'm at, and I'm just excited to see what we can do together.
And you've got a lot of your teammates racking up big kill numbers every night too, and you're
helps.
kind of involved in involved in all of that. So what's it like setting up your teammates on a nightly basis?
Fun. Oh my goodness. It is such a joy to see them succeed. As a setter, we talk about it's a really humbling position from the standpoint of you're the one that gives the hitters the opportunity to get all the glory, and I love that about it. I love seeing Krista Bosing turn around with a big old smile on her face pointing at me and after she gets a big kill. So it's been fun just to see their success on the court and play a part in that.
Finally, the SoCon season's still pretty young. You guys got a long ways to go, but what do you think you can accomplish this year?
Oh, the ceiling is limitless at this point for us. And we talk about, yeah, the SoCon is very important to us, and it's a test for us to become our best. But at the end of the day, that's what our goal is, to become our best and to do something for this volleyball community is the biggest thing, and to try to do something exceptional in the city and in this program. At the end of the day, we'll see where it leads us, but I like our chances so far.
Taylor, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to Samford Volleyball head coach Keeler Chan as well as Taylor Anderton for joining us on this episode of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. I'm John McAfoose, and we'll see you next week.